I had woken up from washing ashore some deserted island. Alongside me was my Cyber Falcon shielded inside a silver egg. I can't seem to find my friends anywhere on this stupid island. I searched everywhere for hours. I had stood back up from transferring a second time into my human form since landing on the stupid rock. I scavenged the rest of the island with a silver egg and an apple in my hand. It wasn't even a red apple. If I were to give this Margot, she'd laugh in my face. It wouldn't make sense considering the context of how I present her with red apples. I noticed it was getting dark outside and I was starting to get cold. I then felt raindrops. Oh, this can't be good, I thought, since I can't get the back of my head wet. I needed a place to stay warm and dry. I searched high and low for a place to keep myself from freezing or to death or worse, by a chip shortage. After about nearly another hour, I managed to find a cave. I ran inside just as the winds were picking up. It looked like it was a tropical storm. I entered the cave and I turned around nervously, looking at the dangerous weather. I then looked into the dark cave in front of me. I took a deep breath and pressed on forward. It was a long hallway in the cave. After several minutes, I started to see light. Someone put a torch of fire on the wall in the cave, so someone could be here. I continued to walk down the path. I eventually came to a crossroads. There were 3 ways to choose from, one on the left and one on the right. This was a difficult decision. I ended up going with the right side for the dumbest of reasons, because it shares the spelling of the word right, a thesaurus word for correct. I did end up seeing another torch on the wall. Maybe this was a sign of relief, or maybe it was a sign of trouble. Right now I feel safer going this way. I started to hear water. I rushed over down the path and it led me to this giant cavern with a large body of water. There was a hole in the ceiling, so the rain kept pouring down the load-bearing rock. Surrounding the rock was a pool that flowed heavily, similar to those lazy river pools you get to float on those inflatable tubes. I tapped the water. Surprisingly, it was warm as I felt the temperature with my hand. I decided to go in for a skinny dip. I took off all my clothes and left them underneath the silver egg so I could keep a better visual on where I left them. I slowly got into the water, and I also brought the apple with me so I can properly wash it. As I got in, I breathed a sigh of relief. Man, this feels great, I thought to myself, although I was getting slightly annoyed by the current pushing me in my direction. So I decided to allow it move me in order to flow with the pool. While swimming with the current, I spotted a collection of garments on the floor of cave in the opposite direction of my own that bore a striking resemblance to Margot's attire. There lay a green bikini top, Daisy Duke-style jean shorts artfully torn to resemble shorts, matching green panties, and a pair of well-worn brown sandals. All of these items were unmistakably Margot's wardrobe from before our ship fell under attack. My attention was momentarily captivated by the sight of her clothing, causing me to lose awareness of my rapidly changing orientation. This sudden interruption brought me to a halt as I turned, directing my gaze toward the water. Inadvertently, I collided with an individual, and as I looked upon her, an awfully familiar bare-naked woman with long red hair, her bare freckled back initially was alerted by my run-in and turned to face me. Swiftly, she pivoted as our paths converged. My apologies, I was unable to conclude my sentence, for my world would beseech upon as I recognized her to be Margot, but not just Margot. She was also disrobed as I was, which caused my hormones to skyrocket.